Hi, this is Tom with the All Hazards Consortium. I want to talk to you about a new PPE competitive exchange. This is a new way for you to get vetted national PPE suppliers competing for your PPE requests within minutes. So what's the problem? Well, COVID-19 has increased the demand dramatically for PPE supplies. People have had to go outside of their current trusted suppliers and deal with people they may not know or trust or even have never heard of due to the internet. We've heard reports of rip-offs and fraud. There's just no trust out there. So how do you fix this? Well, over the last many months, since early 2020, a number of companies, states, and federal agencies came together and started working this issue. And what they came up with was really kind of a simple approach to this. And they wanted a solution that would emulate kind of the Uber app, right? That links, people looking for rides and drivers very quickly using digital technology. They wanted suppliers to compete for every single request for quote, just like in the Uber model, right? They wanted competitive quotes. They wanted a national database. They wanted everybody to be vetted by that database. So it could create a safer, trusted framework for PPE sourcing via the All Hazards Consortium, which you'll hear about in just a minute. So here's how it works. This leverages an Uber-like model. It doesn't get involved in the transaction. It just connects you and your request to vetted suppliers that are already trained on how to reply back to you within minutes. So as the graphic shows, you on the left submit your RFQ, request for quotation. 6,500 vendors who are all vetted, get that information, reply back to you, and you get a response back within minutes of a competitive quote. These are quotes ready to go. The vendors are trained, so only reply if you have what the person's looking for, number one. Number two, if it's in the U.S. and you have to provide the U.S. address where it's shipping from. Three, and if it's ready to ship right now. It's only working with companies that are in the U.S., so it's vetted, it's trust, and it's very, very fast. So what are the benefits? The big one is speed. This is very fast, number one, and what that means is it reduces your time and energy you put into it. It reduces your risk, right? All the participants are vetted. You're buying direct, so you're negotiating directly with the supplier. And the environment is managed by the All Hazards Consortium, which is a 15-year-old nonprofit run by states and industry since 2005. It has lots of experience at doing this in a very trusted, legal, audited way. Trust. It helps you build trust in the process between both buyers and sellers. The sellers and the suppliers are just as leery as you, the buyer. And the last one is really it's cost effective. This will reduce the amount of time from 50 to 80% of the time you spend finding and getting competitive bids. So how does this show measurable results for you and reduce your risk? Well, very simply, today, there's a lot of labor involved in finding new suppliers. It's very tricky. It creates risks, and this can take hours or days. What the exchange does, it takes far less time. It reduces 2/3 of the work effort for you, right? It just takes minutes for you to submit a request, and so many times minutes you get your first replies back that are competitive quotes. And it lowers your risk because the service does the vetting. Everybody, to be part of this, has to go through data validation and a phone call, validate phone numbers and emails and contacts for you. So you don't have to do that. So what does that look like? When you go through a procurement, typically you're going to do research on the left. You're going to compare sources. You're going to select those sources. You're going to get bids from them. There's going to be call and follow-up emails, things like that. Then you're going to have finally a final submittal where they submit a request. Now you've got competitive offers you can compare, and that takes time, sometimes a week, sometimes longer, right? Then you do your Q&A, and then you move to a procurement purchase, right? So what the exchange does is eliminate everything prior to getting your requests. So what that does is it saves time. All this yellow area is done by the service. It does the screening. It does the research for you. It's already done. It compares solutions for you. All you do is submit your request, and you get back a competitive quote many times within minutes of your submittal, depending on time of day, a week that you submit, very quickly. But what it does, it saves you time. You don't have to do all the stuff in the yellow block areas, right? All that stuff is done ahead of you. And so what it does, it gives you competitive requests back very quickly. So how does the program work? In the enterprise version, there's a core PPE exchange service, which is $1,000 per location, per address, right? That comes with one user license. That person really becomes responsible for that site, if you will, for adding people if they want to do it. And it comes with support, training, unlimited number of requests. You can use it all the time. There's no limit to the number of requests. If you want to add an additional person, it's $100 per year. The service will also include future data sets that'll be added. We're looking at a number of other data sets to add to this. We've been approached by a number of other manufacturers for different types of things, some PPE, some not, and an invitation for you to participate in user group meetings for ongoing enhancement. So what are people saying? Probably the most interesting comments we've gotten back is from the buyer side. Sue Ann Barrett at People Inc. provided a couple of quotes to us. That she was on a call with us one day and she said, this is amazing. This could really be a game changer for us. She mentioned the cost of the service is really a no-brainer when you consider the amount of hours and time you spend to get competitive quotes this fast. One, you can't do it. There's no way you could get 6,500 people alerted and interact with them all like the technology can do. So this is just one of many that we have now, but probably the one that I think zeroes in on it the best. And then lastly, who's the All Hazard Consortium that's supporting this? Well, we're a nonprofit organization. We serve about 45,000 stakeholders nationwide in government and industry. Consortium provides the trust framework that legally protects everybody and provides the vetting and facilitates this public-private planning and research. It's been recognized nationwide as a trusted public-private partnership. Our website is at www.ahcusa.org. So the consortium really provides this information framework that allows all this to come together. So what's your next step? Well, if you're on this page, you can press any one of these two buttons, and this will take you to the on-site registration that you can sign up your site. This will give you access to information, give you a password. You can log in and be accessing your account and submitting requests within 5 minutes. So we welcome you to the PPE Exchange. If you have any questions, you'll get contact information that will allow you to get some help right away. We do run a help desk support 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. And we appreciate your time. Welcome to the service.